Ooh, yeah. Skada, yeah. They must have thought I died. You can see the pain in my eyes. I'm on the edge, ain't been right in my mind. Running up, niggas better think twice. They must have thought I died. You can see the pain in my eyes. I'm on the edge, ain't been right in my mind. Running up, niggas better think twice. Niggas chatting with the gossip about. Niggas watching, ain't no hiding out. Smoking big dope when I'm riding out. You ain't getting what you lying about. It was first Vine, now it's the clout. Instagram with the hype about. Let a nigga gon' act up. Fuck around and bring them lions out. Who they saying gon' harm me? I keep something they on read. Bring major pain like the army. Just for the time we was starving. Yeah, stomach aches got me heartless. Yeah, I was jugging in and out the market. Hey, I ain't choose this lifestyle. This how it all started. Hey, now I can't sleep at night. 10 toes, I'ma stand through the fight. I can't sleep at night. 10 toes, I'ma stand through the fight. 10 toes, I'ma stand through the fight. They must have thought I died. You can see the pain in my eyes. I'm on the edge, ain't been right in my mind. Running up, niggas better think twice. They must have thought I died. You can see the pain in my eyes. I'm on the edge, ain't been right in my mind. Running up, niggas better think twice, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this last 2 weeks, or even coming up to kind of 3 weeks now of prep has been difficult, man. It's been not difficult from a dieting perspective by any means. My food's still in a really, really good spot. I'm definitely not complaining about food, as I kind of explained in my last video. My food's in a good place. It's the digestibility problems that I have experienced, which I've never experienced in the past before. So I've never had problems with IBS or any sort of digestive issues. Man, it's crazy how much of a toll that can take on your overall energy levels. Like, Monday was easily my hardest day that I've ever had in prep. This prep, at least. Fuck, man, it was just like, you really realize you just become sluggish. Like, you have no appetite. I'm actually decreasing my meal volume. Even on the day that I was running 2,400 calories, like, I was trying to run less food. So even for example, like, I pulled my sourdough meal out just because I have my sourdough with my egg whites and my eggs, but I'm having 400 mils of egg whites and I'm having 3 eggs with 100 grams of sourdough, and it's just too much volume for my stomach to take. So I've had to pull it back to like a small yogurt bowl and increase the density with like banana, date, a little bit of honey, and then for fats I'll just do like some Lindt dark chocolate, super easy on my stomach, then maybe a little bit of almond butter. But probably a bit of too much information on this topic, but what I've been dealing with from a stomach perspective in my digestion is, obviously I touched on recently over my Instagram, my stories, but also my last YouTube video. If you haven't watched that, fucking shameless plug, go watch my last YouTube video about moving back to Oz and why, and pretty much everything that came with the Bali Belly. It went away for a minute and back, but I think I'm dealing with like stomach parasites now. So it's gone from Bali Belly to stomach parasites. So what that is pretty much just, you just have like uncontrollable diarrhea just at all times, and you are just in like a really shit situation where you don't know how to you can really, like, you have to pull your food volume back. Your stomach is very temperamental with what you can eat. I've always been pushing for good digestibility foods, like anything that has good digestive properties in it, like pineapple. Obviously I can see about pineapple, that's fine, but things that are a little bit more harsh on the gut, like sauerkraut or kimchi, I think those are both great products to utilize in a prep phase for food volume, but also just to get some good nutrients in. But I've had to pull them out just because it's a bit too harsh on the gut. All my seasonings has to come out. I've pulled out the Nando's chili jam, which anyone that has watched my my 4 days of eating, you know how much I love the Nando's chili jam. So that's out. No spice, no nothing crazy. Just kind of moving into like a lot more dense foods. Navigating around the stomach at the moment is the most important thing, because at the end of the day right now, what this prep is about is not about trying to keep myself fuller for longer and trying to navigate around hunger. It's about doing what's essential for my stomach. So whatever's going to make me not bloat, whatever's going to put me in a comfortable position from a body fat standpoint, not a body fat standpoint, from a digestion standpoint, it's something that I don't think people should overlook. And you can't push to the wayside is how important your digestion system is, because man, that really put like a roadblock on my prep for the last kind of 2 weeks. And I've been navigating through and doing everything within my power to make sure that the show goes on, and the show will definitely go on. And I'm a big believer in, like, it's a sink or swim mindset. You either, and this is the thing between winners and just losers, and it's just, or just quitters, I should say, is you hit a situation or you hit a speed bump and people just decide to just drive completely off track and they just derail themselves straight away, where it's, you know, it would have been easy for me to be like, I'm having stomach problems and I'm just pulling out and fuck, I'll do the next show. But that was never the case. I want to do this show, and this is the show I'm doing, and I'm excited. And for my 2 years after being off and coming back, I couldn't think of a better show to do because of how big it's going to be. So for the first time actually speaking about it, I'm coming back to South Australia to do the SA state show, and then I'm going to go on to nationals after that. I'm just going to fully focus on South Australia. I'm going to go back. I'm from South Australia. My family's in South Australia, like my dad, my sisters. I've got a big coaching base in South Australia, so I'm coming back to see the gang. There's no better feeling, man, when you're on stage, and for anyone who hasn't competed before, is you can hear everything. You can't really see. It depends on the stadium and the auditorium or wherever they hold it, but you can't really see everything, but you can hear everything. And one of the craziest feelings ever is just hearing individuals and people just yell your name, and it's coming from everywhere. It's so cool. But you know, like I said, you roll with the punches, bro. And if you can't roll with the punches, you shouldn't be in the ring. You know, it's like that old saying, like, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen, baby. I'm enjoying it. It is what it is. It's just the process of it. Like, I was in my head a little bit about where I am from a conditioning standpoint, but I did some comparison photos to this time, so 8 weeks out of my last show, which was my last SA state show, and I was dramatically improved. Crazy improved. I'll put some photos up here and I'll overlay some pics, but the improvements were undeniable, which made me excited, made me happy from a muscular standpoint massively, but also from a conditioning standpoint, which was really reassuring. So today I'm going to get into a pull day. We got a back day, and we're kind of just going to roll with the flow today. I'm trying a new type of content. I'm not going to just like make it a back day. I'm not just going to make it a morning routine day. I'm just going to film random shit throughout my day and just put it in here, and just fucking, you can have a full day in the life of Will Chamberlain at 7.5 weeks out. So that's the game plan for today. We're going to roll on through, baby.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Trapaholics.
From the dirt. No, really from the dirt.
Never will I lose, I cruise, I feel like Tom Bank Teller told her give me all blues and do it calm, all blue, like I suit up for Duke, not shooting ball, I got loose screws, be on the news, you get involved. I come from the slums, the ghetto, baby, the trenches. Broad body, mommy and pop, call them Menendez. 40 out the box, it wasn't even expensive. The only time they gon' care about you is intensive. Lost his life before he seen 20, and it was senseless. Mama gotta think about his memory through a picture. How she used to take him to the doctor and the dentist. He got killed, and now it ain't no trip when it's Christmas. Important live, but niggas could die with the quickness. Keep your mouth shut if you survive, it's a witness. Storm on the way, shit, the clouds looking wicked. I know a smoker, anything that's broke, he can fix it. I come from the era of the stopping and the frisking. Cops running in your pockets, if you got it, you a victim. I got it out the kitchen, never tired on this mission.
Something where like a lot of people go wrong when they're doing their back exercises is that you row through your arms. So it's like, everyone's heard the saying, well, if you haven't, fucking, you're about to. Use your hands as hooks, right? And I just got these from Amazon. You can go to like Supplement Warfare or Nutrition Warehouse or anywhere like that. They're gonna have like really, really good ones as well. But These ones off Amazon, these were like $7 and they're fucking elite. So I definitely recommend. But what you want to do, man, is the saying you have to use your hands as hooks is essentially to activate your lat, it's all going to be running through your elbow. Everything from your elbow down to your fingertips is completely redundant when you're doing any form of back training. So this is where you see guys with underdeveloped backs but overdeveloped forearms or overdeveloped biceps, right? So if we get a little bit of bicep growth in the back movement, which you will, obviously, it's a good thing, but at the same time, we're not trying to hit our biceps. We can do that afterwards, or you can do that on an arm day, or you can prioritize that at the beginning, whatever your split is. But for myself, and for anyone that wants a fucking back, you need to prioritize your back training. So row through your elbows and use your hands as hooks. So personally, I learned this from Seth Feroce, one of the greatest fucking bodybuilders and minds of bodybuilding of all time. And if you're young and you don't know who Seth Feroce is, you need to educate yourself. You need to watch. He's a fucking god in our world. So get on, look up Seth Feroce, but he talks about doing gun fingers on all your back days. So when you're doing a pulling movement, a lat pull down, a row, whatever it may be, I always do gun fingers, right? So what that means is whenever you're holding on to, say, I don't know if the camera's gonna follow me over here. So say I'm holding this and this is the bar, I'm not gonna hold it like this and just like death grip it like I'm fucking jerking off ferociously. You're gonna hold it like this, right? So you're gonna take your index finger and your thumb off and you're gonna pull just through that pinky finger because your pinky finger is gonna directly line up to your elbow. Your elbow is gonna directly line up with lat, and that's how you're gonna activate your back, and that's how you're gonna get most out of your back training. This is pretty much how I've brought my back up. Like, I put my progress photos up before, and the reason that my back has come up so much is because I utilize techniques like this.
I got it out the kitchen, never tired on this mission. Got a youngin' that be itching, ain't gon' fight, he be glitching. I was in the district getting diamonds for the missus. Mama saying never leave me cause my climate always switching. Dog food got him, he ain't trying no intervention. Honestly, my opinion, it's the comments bring the women. Skyman was rolling, Dutch Master was vanilla. With a little project bitch that looked like Glorilla. Dreaming of a yacht, 30 bitches, no niggas. Far from the resort on the island with 4-wheelers. Everybody I wanted to be was coke dealers. Besides Michael Jordan, ex niggas was broke with us. Niggas hated on us, now they try to smoke with us. Guess they had to change their heart, they ain't want no smoke with us. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Aim that shit right at his head and knock his beanie off. When the money's speaking for you, ain't no need to talk. Don't get your mother hit, I knock your DT off. At a Celtics game, I put on the green Kios. Before I sit down on the court, they gotta clean the floor.
You gotta, when you're like, fuck me, can't breathe. When you're tracking your lifts each week, this is like the importance of using the same machines. Personally, I think this T-bar row is dog shit. Like, wouldn't be in my top 3 favorite fucking T-bar rows ever. But I used a, I don't know what brand it is, the whatever the T-bar row is at Ashmore World Gym. It's fucking amazing. Like, you don't need to overcomplicate this shit. This is way too complicated. Like, this foot fucking pedal, so far away. This or this shit, the weight's too far away from you. It's just, I don't want to sound like a negative cunt, but it's a shit T-bar row. But essentially just like, you just want the classic T-bar row, like weights right, nice and close here. Almost looks like a lat pull down bar across the top. And just pick your fucking grip and your positioning that way. Like, not all of this random fucking, so. Last week I did 65 kilos T-bar and I did 12 reps, right? This is 55 kilos and I was dying on that 9th rep. So if I'm tracking this, obviously it's not gonna be the same. So it's not gonna look the same on a spreadsheet or numbers wise, but that was heavier than the 65 kilos I did last week by far. So when you are tracking your lifts and everything like that, you do want to have a certain level of consistency with the same, using the same machines, just so you can get like a good kind of like, you understand where you are, right? Because like, if I go back to the other fucking weight next week and I do 65, I've jumped up 10 kilos, but what if I have a calorie drop this week and all of a sudden I'm on fucking 1,600 calories? And then it's just like, you know, there's too many variations now. It just gets fucking confusing. And we all know, we want to make this shit fucking simple. Because no one has time for that confusing shit, you know what I mean? Fuck. I felt good though. Can't do another set. Vibes are high. Stomach actually feels better today. I don't feel like I'm gonna shit myself every 2 seconds, which is nice.
Super Mario, the way I smash, nigga. I be going hard, Draco, put your shit on blast, nigga. 50,000 in the fucking stash, nigga. Got about hundreds in the fucking dash, nigga. If you a op, then we on your ass, nigga. Bullets chop a nigga down like I'm mowing grass, nigga. What the fuck? If a nigga want a problem, tie him on my billies up. Young blood gang, nigga. What the fuck? Ain't fuck a crip. See a sandwalker, shoot him in his lip. Oh shit, got his baby mama sucking dick for a tip. Yeah, I'm 5'9", bitches prime time for Leo Brim. Brim lay on my ape, but shoot you 9 times. 69, it was good. 93 was even better. Rip it down on my bitch and make that pussy even wetter. Brim Leo on my apes, they gon' say for Leo Brim, Brim Leo on my apes, they gon' say for Leo Brim, Brim Leo on my apes, they gon' say for Leo Brim. It's 5'9", prime time. Who the fuck is them? You don't want no smoke, don't want no jazz, nigga. Got the fully automatic with the extra mag, nigga. Super Mario the way I smash, nigga. I be going hard, Jaco, put your shit on blast, nigga.
Alright, gang. Let me pause this music. Fucking hell. I don't know if any of you lads might be a bit too old for yous. Yous are too busy listening to like fucking Playboy Cardi and shit. Sneak dissing any opportunity. Favorite fucking band group to listen to at the moment while I'm training is Westside Connection. If you don't know who Westside Connection is, it's the group that Ice Cube formed after he left NWA. A little bit of history for you. So go back and do your research. NWA, and like it's very like early 2000s, in the 90s kind of vibe, like real old school, like when Ice Cube was like he's young and like most aggressive. It's fucking sick, dude. It's fucking cool. Go listen to that shit. I'm wrapping that shit up. I finished off with 2 different exercises of arms. So I did a dual cable curl, 2 sets of 15-20 reps. And then I did they got the hammer strength. Another one that you see commonly in most gyms is like with the pads up high and you're curling from a high position. Normally I do them over a bench on like a cable, but I've actually been really liking those just for like the stabilization of my elbow, because when I set it up on a unilateral bench, what I find with myself is I always change the positioning of my elbow. So it's like sometimes I'm here, and then sometimes I'm here, and then sometimes I'm here, and then it's just not consistent, especially moving around different gyms using different benches. They set a little different heights. I set the fucking thing at a different height, so it's just finding a little bit more consistency with that exercise at the moment, especially starting to like really want to track all my exercises consistently each week as well. So that's pretty much a fucking wrap, man. I'm gonna jump into some abs. I do abs every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the minute. I'm trying to prioritize them because I didn't do abs at all in my whole life ever. I've never had abs, but I really want to have like a good abdomen wall on stage this season. So we're getting into it. I feel good at the moment. I honestly feel like everything I said this morning when I was talking about how bad my stomach and shit has been, I honestly feel like today has been a turning point, which is fucking sick. So energy's up, vibes are high. So we can ask for, man. You can't suck because you're on low food or anything like that. It's just get the job done, bro. This is what we ask for. As a bodybuilder, as a competitive bodybuilder, this is what you want, man. Just be grateful, be grounded, just enjoy the process, man. I'm just happy I have my health, happy I'm able to do this shit, bro. A lot of people aren't able to do this stuff, man. So like, it's fucking sick, dude. Yeah, just before we go, I want to touch on something quickly. I had a guy reply to my story the other day, and he said to me, how can you promote fitness when you're vaping? right? And I went on this cunt's profile and I was like, who the fuck is this troll trying to fuck with my shit, bro? Because I don't vape all the time. I only started vaping once I got into prep, and I just purely use it as a slight hunger suppressant just due to the flavor, but obviously it has nicotine in it, and nicotine is a nootropic that's actually good for brain function. So if I'm locking into like a work block, it actually is good for cognitive function and helps you kind of lock in. So that's the only reason I do it. I don't do it because I'm a full-time fucking smoking addict. But I went on this cunt's profile, and the first photo he had pinned on his the top of his Instagram page was just a weed leaf with Bob Marley's face in it. Cunt, are you fucking for real? Get the fuck blocked. I have no issue blocking people. Sometimes I leave it. I leave a lot of my hate comments just because it actually boosts my Instagram algorithm. So a lot of the times when I make reels, I kind of do it on purpose just to kind of, you know, step on some people, not step on people's toes, that's the wrong way to say it, like agitate some certain individuals because I know it's gonna rev them up, and they start commenting, all the fucking buttfuck losers that have nothing else to do. They start commenting on my shit, hating on me, but they're blowing all my socials up. So all of a sudden, helps me grow. So if you guys ever watch this, any of yous commenting on negative shit on my Instagram posts, just know that I clickbait yous every day and yous fall for it every single time.